Okay, guys. Um, so we're gonna do another two sessions here, 30 minutes each. They're kind of gonna be like yin and yang. We're gonna do a power Pilates 30-minute, which we'll do right now, and then we'll have a kind of slow flow stretch for the next second half. So let's go ahead and get heated. We're gonna start on our back, of course, as we always do. Lie on your backside, knees bent, feet grounded to the floor. And of course, the dog picks my spot to lay in. Here he comes. All right, he's found his space. All right, knees and feet hip width distance apart. Arms reaching down long and angled away slightly from body about 45 degrees out. Palms facing the sky. Roll the shoulders open and lightly press the backs of them to the ground. Broaden your chest. Imagine you're holding lightly a tennis ball between your chin and your chest while you stretch the crown of your head to the back of your mat. Length to your cervical spine. Eyes will close to bring focus inward. We begin with our breathing. Let's start by taking a deep inhale through the nose. Softly purse your lips. Exhale. Steady stream of air out through your mouth. Again, a breath in big to fill all the way up. Steady but slower. Exhale. Make sure that you empty out completely. So you're going to feel this effort and squeeze right towards the bottom of your breath, where the muscles begin to firm. Yeah. Breathing in, you pull from pit of belly into ribs, into chest, filling up. Exhale, you'll empty from top of chest, through ribs, pushing out through the lower belly. Your side body's expanding on an inhale. Think of your midsection like an accordion. When you exhale, really squeeze breath out from beginning to end and feel your side bodies knit, draw, and pull back to your midline. Easy inhale through the nose. Strong, powerful, forceful, audible. Exhale through your mouth. As you inhale, the belly should relax and rise and fill. When you push that breath out with force and power, the lower belly draws down deep, the muscles in your core engage. Just take the next few moments to stay with this breath, as it is not a breath that we're normally used to. This is a learned technique. So we practice it. We build up relationship between breath and core, and we see if we can pull the abs in even more deeply each time we exhale. Stay here for 4 more rounds of breath. Just really feeling into the movement within your body and the sensations that are being created. When you get to that 4th round of breath, using the exhale and the strength of your powerhouse, you're going to lift your feet off the ground and slowly draw the knees to your chest. So you're using your ab strength to do that rather than your hip flexors. Take then your hands on your knees and start to draw circles with your legs, both moving in the same direction, just to kind of start to roll out your back here, massaging out the SI joints just above your tailbone. Take a moment then to pause and reverse direction. Big inhales. Long, strong, steady exhales. And then you start to bring the legs back into still nicely centered. We'll keep then the knees drawn in, opening the arms out to T, palms faced up, and the arms pressed firm to ground. Let's inhale here. Activate your core. Exhale, lower legs to right, look over left shoulder. Take an inhale here in your twist. And then firm up belly again. Exhale, head and legs lift up through center, then transition to the other side. Legs to left, looking over right shoulder. Then take an inhale here. Exhale, lift. And switch. Take your time. Feet can lower first, then the knees can settle. Inhale into rotation. And then again, a strong active core to help pull you back up so the lower back stays safe. Inhale into your twist again. And then firming up, pulling up, switch to the side. Other side rather. We'll do one more. Inhale. Exhaling. Travel over, legs to left, looking over right shoulder. Take one last inhale here. Firm it up, lift it up. Right back to center. Once you have, place your hands back onto your knees. Breathing in, start to hug the legs towards your body closer, then open them wide. Exhale, sweep down around, and bring back together again. Hug in and open wide, breathing in. Circle down, through and around as you exhale. Let's do 4 more. Hip mobility. So work on range of motion versus speed. Take your time and even pause at the top of your breath when your legs are open the most to really feel that then within those hip joints. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Inhaling, we open out. Exhale, we circle through. One last time. Breath in, take a slow opening. Circle through on the exhale, and then keep here. Release your feet to the ground, knees and feet back to hip width. Arms are stretched close beside you and really long. Breathing in next, let's take both arms, reach them up to sky, bring them overhead. As you do, imprint your spine firm to floor, seal the ribs down towards spine. And then as you breathe out, circle arms out and down, right back beside you. Shoulder mobility. Inhale, lift up and over with the arms. Exhale, circle out and down. Again, inhale, reaching up high, reaching far back. Exhaling, opening up as wide as you can, and then stretching as far down as you can reach. Let's add some core strength into this. Breathe in, keep the movement the same. Overhead. Breath out, we'll lift up head, neck, and shoulders. Sweep the arms out to a hover beside you, eyes to navel. Return to the floor again as you breathe in, stretch arms overhead. Exhale, lift up head, neck, and shoulders through core strength, arms stiff like a board. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lowering, reaching behind. Exhale, initiate with your belly strength to pull you up. Return down, breathe in, overhead. Good, then take everything back down to the floor. Arms are beside you, head, neck, and shoulders rest. And then just gently turn your head from side to side. Rotational movement for our neck, just to ease it out. Okay. Then take your head back to its centered space. Let's next take our right leg and cross it over our left leg as if there's no space between our thighs, like sitting cross-legged in a chair. Interlace your fingers and take your hands behind your head. We're going to start with our elbows opened wide. Let's take an inhale. Imagine you're cut in half at your hips. Exhale, upper half and lower half of body. Lift off the floor and draw in towards each other. Double crunch. Return down slowly, breathing in. Again, squeeze it out to lift up first, then pull close together. Return down, breathe in. Let's do a couple more. Good, release with resistance. One last time. Let's hold the legs here. Let's release the hands and hold those legs with either one as you return your head and shoulders to the ground again. Then pull back equally on your legs, drawing them in closer to your body. Then drop your tailbone into the earth, root down. Stretching into that right outer hip, so we want to breathe into that space. You can keep your feet low and relaxed, or you can flex your feet, begin to lift them, taking legs more into 90. It just may change the stretch a little bit for you. Big breaths in. Long breaths out. Let's do that again. Breath in big. And then as you exhale, release the stretch, uncross the legs, and then switch. Left leg crossing over right leg. We'll start with right foot, though, grounded to the floor. Interlace fingers, hands behind head and elbows wide. Let's take a breath in. Firming up belly, lifting up, upper and lower, drawing them towards each other. Return down, take an inhale. Let's do that again. Exhale. Really think about using your powerhouse center rather than the neck to do your work. Let's do 2 more times. Breathing in, returning down. Last time. Good, you'll keep the legs drawn in, release your hands, hold your legs with each, and then return your head and shoulders down. Draw your legs in closer to body, and then drop your tailbone into the earth, creating then that push and pull equally. Feet can remain relaxed and low or flexed and lifted if you wish. Focus on breathing into your left outer hip. And although we're dropping our tailbone into the ground, let's think of our sits bones stretching to the front of our workspace. Take another inhale here. And then exhale it out.
Do that one more time. Breathe it in big. And then as you exhale, I'd like you to release the stretch, uncross the legs, but point the toes and begin to lift your legs to the sky. Pointed toes helps to keep your legs long, strong, and active. Tailbone roots back down here so the knees will be above your hips. Your feet are always going to be slightly in front of you. Then externally rotate your thighs so that your inner edges of heels touch. Arms can stay close beside you, pressed in or open to T for a little bit more support. This is going to strengthen your inner thighs and your core just to be here. But we'll add movement on an inhale. We're going to open the legs to the biggest V we can create. And then exhale, feel your inner thigh muscles working to pull the legs back up. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Squeeze thighs tight and reach toes closer to sky. Open the legs, breathing in. Inner thigh lifting, crossing left ankle over right ankle. Toes to sky, thighs tight. And then open again, breathe in. Exhale, right ankle over left ankle. Squeeze it out. Good, opening the legs again, big and wide. Left ankle over right ankle. Now let's go ahead and eliminate this big opening and just start to slowly crisscross the ankles. So smaller V's, quickened pace, but still we keep control. Like our legs are not noodles, they are stiff like a board. Our core and belly is pulled in tight to protect the lower back. So we're going to increase this pace here. Keep reaching up through your toes. If the feet start relaxed, it's like a domino effect. Everything else trickles down and let's go. Keeping it strong. Let's get a little bit faster here. Inner thighs burning, working. Core tight for 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rest, knees in. Take the soles of your feet together, open up the knees wide, grab your feet or ankles, pull the feet to you, push the knees away, stretching those inner thighs, which we just worked. The dog had to smell my feet, I guess, to investigate. All right, let's go ahead and let that stretch go. Let's lift just the right leg up to the sky next, left foot grounding down. Hold from behind your leg with both hands and press your tailbone back into the floor. Push leg into hands first, away from body, arms straight, long, strong. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the leg in a little bit closer too. Hold the stretch here and keep your tailbone rooted. Make sure the knee hadn't bent so we don't lose that length and stretch. Flex your foot here while you're holding and then point your toes. Again, heel to sky here. And then pointing of your toes. Let's do that one more time. Flexed foot. Pointed toes, but then keep your toes pointed. Release your stretch arms back beside you. Leg draws forward a bit so it's restacked above the knee. You're going to take your left leg you're going to take your left leg into tabletop. That knee also stacked above the hip. I got ahead of myself there. Ankle and knee is on the same plane. So very precisely structured with that left leg tabletop form. Now we're going to have to use our core to hold that leg there while we move our right side. On an inhale, your right leg begins to lower downward with resistance. Find a level that you can maintain. And then without that left knee moving a single inch, we're going to pull that right leg up slowly with breath work and core strength. Again, lowering that leg downward and lengthening out through the toes. Exhale, draw it back up. So we're really isolating and controlling our body. Let's do one more here. Reaching out long as you come down. Pull that belly in deep as you lift up and then stay here, pause. Let's lift up head, neck, and shoulders. Our hands behind the head and elbows wide. Let's do that again. Inhaling that right leg coming down. Lift. So everything else within you is a statue here. Coming down slowly. Pulling up at the same exact speed. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, control, control, control. Lift. Once stacked and lifted, knees into chest, head returns down, hands on knees, rock gently side to side. So although I call this power Pilates, right, for the 30 minutes, it's not that we're going really quick, fast, and bold, but we are really firing up a lot of our body to hold places, to hold spaces. Let's take both feet to the floor. And then let's lift that left leg up to sky, hold from behind and anchor down. Press into hands first for length, and then gently pull in to get stretched. Good. Feeling this in the hamstring to start. We'll begin to then flex the left foot heel to sky, which will get your calf fired up, and then pointing the toes, it transitions to the shin and top of foot. Again, heel to sky. Point the toes, and we'll do that one more time. Flex foot, pointed toes, keeping toes pointed, releasing hands, arms beside, drawing the leg out a bit so the knee is stacked above, and then taking your right leg precise into tabletop 90 degrees. Left leg now lowers on an inhale towards the floor. Firm up your core, pull leg up nice and slow. Good. Again, feel the backs of your hips here rooted into the ground and not wobbling or seesawing at all, really keeping them steady. Let's do that again. Lowering the leg. Use the arms here too, right? Press into the ground. Give yourself some more support. Lift leg up and then pause here. Interlace fingers, hands behind head. Come up to about tips of shoulder blades and feel the elbows actively draw back. Left leg again, inhaling, coming down. Everything else does not move a tiny, tiny bit, yeah? Again, with the left side, coming down and finding length, not only through your toes, but also through your hip joint. Breathe it out. One more time. Beautiful, then draw knees in, rest head, hands on knees, rock gently side to recover. I got a little warm just for doing that, and we didn't have to move very fast or very big, right? But our body still gets heated. Let me just take this off, and we can continue forward. All right, we're gonna move next into some leg extensions. So it's really important when we move to really understand where the base of the mechanics come from within each movement. So for your leg extensions, the movement really stems from your hips. The lengthening out of the legs and pulling in really come from the bigger joint regions, and then everything else kind of trickles out and follows. So we'll start with the knees in, arms close beside, pressed in firm to ground, and then spine imprinted as well. Let's take an inhale. When you exhale, start to extend the legs out, but feel the movement pushing out from the hips first, then everything follows. Toes will be the last thing to lengthen through. And then it starts at the hips again as you pull the knees back into body. Hey, bud, what are you doing, my friend? Come here, bud. Scooch out of the way. Exhale again, the legs are going to extend out. Sorry, y'all can't see me right now. Hogan really just wants to be in the spotlight. All right, draw the knees in again. We're doing 4 more here. 4. And draw it in. All right, most of my body is still in sight. That's good. 3 more. Good. Inhale it in. 2 more times. Upper body very steady, very strong. Draw the knees in. With this last one, extend out your legs. Keep them extended. Take the arms and hover them off the floor. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Eyes to navel. Pump the arms. Move nothing else within you. We're going to our hundreds here. So we're going to breathe in for 5 counts. 3, 4, 5. Then exhale for 5. Good. Here's 20. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Good. 30. Exhale. Good. 40. Arms are vigorous. Good. Here's 50. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Point those toes. Good. Here's 60. Good. Exhale. Good. 70. Breathe it in. Exhale. Good. Here's 80. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2 more sets. Exhale. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. 100. Draw it in and recover. That is a heat building exercise. Pumping vigorously the arms, but keeping the shoulders locked into their sockets. Really help to keep them firm, stiff. You get more speed, more control, more muscle strengthening. And the heart rate gets up. All right, let's bend our knees, ground our feet to the floor. Let's move into some bridge work next. Knees and feet are hip bone width distance apart. Feet run parallel and the ankles are slightly beneath your knees. Arms, once again, are close in and press down firm to floor. Your arms are going to help not only support you in this, but help the hips to lift a bit higher. Take a breath in, feet and arms push to ground. When you exhale, start to peel and tuck up the tailbone, lower back, middle back, and then you're just lifting to about the tips of your shoulder blades here. Hug the thighs towards midline, squeeze the glutes, stay lifted on an inhale, and then roll down slowly. Exhale, articulating your spine. Inhale, prepare yourself. Exhale, press down with arms, press down with feet, squeeze your glutes. Imagine there's a ball right between your knees, hugging onto belly firm. Inhale, roll back down to the mat again. We're going to do a couple more here. Exhale, peel it up. Roll down on an inhale. One last time, exhale, arms and feet push down, hips press up, glutes squeeze. Let's stay lifted here. On an inhale, right foot comes off the ground, draw the knee towards body. And then exhale, release the foot to the floor again. Left foot comes up, leg draws in. And then exhale, slow return back down. So the shape of your legs never really change, right? We don't lose that angle or the bend of our knee. Stays the same. We do, however, want to keep our hips as level and stable as we can through arms, through core, and through the grounded leg, the glute and the hamstring. Let's do one more to each. Right, and then lower, left. Good. Take it down. Once both feet are planted, round your spine and roll to the earth. Once you've rolled all the way back down, stretch the legs out long, and flex your feet. Push out through your heels, your toes lift to the sky, and the inner edges of your feet run parallel. Your arms are going to reach behind you to the back of your workspace with the ribs sealing down, the pubic bone zipping up to belly button, and the shoulder blades pulling to your tailbone as well. On an inhale, begin to peel up arms, head, and shoulders. Exhale with force, core strength. Lift your chest up high to sky. Hinge from the hips to fold over your legs. Head hangs heavily through the arms. Stacking tall as you breathe in. Exhale, tucking that tailbone under, scooping up the belly, rounding out the spine, pushing through your heels, and slowly returning to the earth again. Inhaling, start your lift, and about tips of shoulder blades is when you want to breathe out. Stack up your spine and hinge to take a deep, deep stretch here to your back body. Stacking tall, breathing in. Look straight on as you roll down so that the chin stays in its neutral space. Tennis ball distance between chin and chest. Let's do a little bit more challenging. Try to keep your arms framing your ears. Inhale, start your lift. Lift, heart to sky. Hinge and fold over legs. Stack tall, breathing in, as if the arms are trying to pull behind your ears as you slowly make it way back to the earth. Let's pause here. We're going to do one more, but I want us to stack one hand on top of the other, hands on your forehead, palms facing the sky. Elbows should stay wide, hands should stay glued to head. Inhale, start your lift. Pull up, flat back this time, hinge, stretch your heart up towards your toes. Sit upright on the inhale. We're going to stay seated. We're just going to exhale, let the arms lower down beside us. I'm taking a quick quarter turn forward so you can see me a little bit better. Maybe Hogan will scooch out of the way. Maybe not. All right, we're sitting upright. The knees can have a little bend in them if you're kneading, but the feet should still be flexed and the legs should still be squeezed tight together. Take our arms into a cactus position, 90-90. Elbows are on the same level as the shoulders. Wrists are stacked directly above. So we don't want this to happen with our hands. We don't want this to happen to our elbows. Freeze your body, your upper body in the space. So you have to hug between your shoulder blades, pull them down your backside. Take an inhale, get taller through your heart. Use your core strength to twist you to the right. Don't let your arms lead a thing. They're only falling because they're stuck in that space. Come back through center on an inhale, right? Notice how my arms are exact same space they were when I started. Take it over to the left using your oblique strength. Do not let your legs shift. Eyes stay at horizon. Come back through center, breathing in. Get taller as you take it to your right. Breathe it in, come through center. Spinal movement, take it to your left. Come back through center. We're going to now stay centered, but take the arms out to T. Reach from wall to wall, but keep the energy between your shoulder blades. Start to draw circles with your arms. My whole upper back is really locked into space, and that keeps me stabilized in my torso and my legs. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Pause, reverse direction. Again, shoulder blades are locking into their position, so nothing else gets shifted. 3, shoulders plug into sockets. 2, belly in and up. 1, heart lifted high. Good. And then melt forward slowly. Let your feet, your arms, your head all relax down over the legs. Breathing into your backside. Exhale it away. Once more, breath in. As you exhale, I'd like you to roll and stack to seated. As you stack up, I'd like you then to sweep the legs around and transition onto your stomach. Let's get some back body strengthening happening here. We did a lot of kind of upper back strengthening there. We're going to move into, we're still going to continue to work upper, but we're going to also ask our middle back muscles to engage, and then we're going to continue to travel down to lower back and glutes. So let's start with our body in a nice long stretched out position, arms in front, legs of course behind. You want to use your pubic bone and your 2 hip bones, right? Your pelvic triangle as an anchor point for your body. So feel that press down as you breathe in. As you exhale, lift your arms, your head, and your chest slowly off the ground. And then come back down on an inhale. Keep the arms in line with your ears the entire time. Exhale, hips press down, and arms, head, and chest all lift up as one piece. Take it down on an inhale. We're just going to do a couple more. Exhale, tops of feet still stay pressed to the floor. Coming down on an inhale. One last time. And then go ahead and float it back down to the floor. Once you've lowered, cross one arm over the other. Make sure your feet are shoulder width distance apart, and you'll rest your forehead to your forearms. Pelvic triangle is still your anchor. Press it down as you breathe in. Squeeze your glutes, lift your thighs off the floor. Exhale, reach back with your toes. Take it down, breathe in, legs lower. Again, activate glutes, strengthen the lower back, and lift the legs slowly. Never kick up quick. Come down on it, inhale, and we're going to do 4 more of these. 4. Take it down on an inhale. Keep pointing back with those toes. Exhale helps to keep the legs stiff to help you lift them up. Lower the legs, breathing in. We'll do 2 more here. Activate, then begin the movement. Taking it down, breathe in. One last time, squeeze and lift on the exhale. Lowering down on the inhale. Wonderful. Once you've lowered, uncross arms, extend them back out in front of you. Now we're going to work the entire body as one. Hips press down, pubic bone presses down, breathe in. Lift everything now off the ground. Arms, head, heart, and legs. Go right into swimming. Paddling your arms and legs, but keeping your head and your torso steady as you can. Plug shoulders down to sockets. Keep your chest lifted and your breath fiery. 5. Keep on paddling. Swim, swim. 4, 3, keep the chest up. 2, 1, rest. Cross the arms again. Rest your forehead on them. Bend your knees, lift your feet to sky. Windshield wipe your legs for a lower back release. That's another heat builder. Just like the hundreds we did earlier, the swimming also is considered like the quote unquote cardio in Pilates. Let's stretch the legs behind us, hug them together, uncross your arms very gently and slowly. Ease into this. You're gonna press back into a child's pose. Right, we're stretching a little bit more into our lower back. That's why our legs are together. Maybe sometimes it's helpful to kind of wiggle yourself into this space. And then breathe into your lower back. Take a deep inhale. And then a long exhale. Again, breath in. Breath out. One more time. Breathe it in. When you breathe out, slowly come out of your child's pose. Come into a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide. Separate the legs so they're hip bone width distance apart. Take your right leg, stretch it back, tuck the toes, ball the foot, presses down into the earth. You're going to strengthen in your arms, lift out of your shoulders, pull the belly in and up, squeeze your right glute, activate that right leg so then you can lift your left knee off the floor, stretch the left leg back, tuck toes under, ball of foot to floor. Here we are in our plank position. We're going to hold this space for the remainder of class. So no movement, but all your muscles are fired up at once. Your legs hug to midline, your glutes squeeze in tight. Your hips and thighs pull up and away from the floor. You send your heart forward, you look slightly forward, and keep a softness within your elbows so the arms aren't locked out stiff. We want the muscles to work rather than the locking of our joints. Breathe with intention. Take 6 more cycles of breath. Don't rush it, take your time. Deep and full. Scan your body again. Leg squeeze, glute squeeze, belly in, up, puff up between shoulder blades, look slightly forward, and keep your heels stacked over your balls of feet. Couple more here. After you have done your 6th cycle of breath, gently back down to your knees. Take the knees wide this time, sitting back to heels into child's pose. This time, take your elbows to the ground, lift your hands off, and just kind of roll out your wrists here. And maybe reverse direction. And then let your hands shake out dead weighted. Then stretch the arms out in front of you. Take your right arm, thread it underneath your left arm, and then look over to the left, stretching into the back of the shoulder and a bit into your upper back. You can lift your hips up above your knees and draw the body forward more, which can bring more weight and stretch sensation to the back side of that arm. Good, slowly let that unravel and switch. Left arm threading underneath right, looking to the right. Keeping that left hand active where it's not just hanging out dead weighted, we've lost stretch. Reach across, spread fingers wide and press the back of the arm into the floor. Good, one more breath in here. Unravel back to center. From center, we'll come out of child's pose and let's come to a seated position at the center of our workspace. Legs will cross. Sitting up tall, arms beside us. Let's take an inhale, reach the right arm up high to sky. As you breathe out, stretch up and over to your left side. Take an inhale into your right side body, stretching it all out. When you breathe out, firm up belly, stack up tall, and let that arm come down beside you. Let's do the other side. Inhaling the left arm, reaching straight to sky. Exhaling over to the right side. Let's inhale into the left side body. Use your core strength on your exhale to slowly pull you upright and let the arm come back down. Once it has, turn both palms to face the sky, and then as you breathe in, reach those arms out and lift them up. Touch hands above, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching out wide, lifting up high, connecting above, and then exhale, drawing within heart space. 1 more time, breathe it in, stretch to the sky, touch hands above and pull hands within. Hands stay at your heart, your chin comes to your chest, and let's close up the eyes. Thank yourself here for coming to class when you can, for showing up to yourself, for being dedicated and motivated to your health and well-being, and taking the opportunity to always keep the body moving. Thank you all for this 30-minute Power Pilates class. Enjoy this and more to come. We'll see you soon, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
and get ready for more. All right. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.